Okay. Okay, so the original units, I mean, no, sorry, original results, we need to map it, okay? For the vital signs original results. So in this case, what is the original results? Here is a column 1. These are the results, right? The pulse 93, temperature 98.5, systolic 116. These are the original results. So we need to map this one. So VS or ES. And this is what? This is in the character format. Okay. Go to. It is in a numeric format. Okay, so we need to convert.
Yeah.
So of all one. Okay, so first all one, comma best dot. Okay, so like this. Like this, you can convert the numeric of column 1 to character format. Okay. Okay, next one. So we have completed this part. Yes, test and original units. Now we're gonna do with the unit wise. Okay. But here we need to do some other ones, which is okay. We do it then these three character, numeric, standard units. This. So this is a character result. Okay, this is a character result, and this is a numeric result. The finding, because what happened in the so what happened in, for example, if you have a multiple sites study, okay, so some of the clinical project was done in European or some North American or some India, or maybe UK or some other place. Okay, so when they doing some the vital signs. So for example, if you take like temperature, okay, temperature in UK they call as maybe in degree centigrades. They give in degree centigrades. Centigrades. But in USA they may be given Fahrenheits. Okay, so for that reason we need to convert the original units, I mean original results into standard results. Okay, in the some format. Like for example, if you have 38.3 degrees here, in the foreign you will have 95 something, right? 98 something. So the result will be also be changed, right? So we need to be standardized that one. If you have a multiple multiple studies, okay. But right now we don't have the multiples, because the site is only one, and we can keep it. So whatever the original result, we can keep it, just map it to with this one. Okay. In case if we have that one, you have to convert either in SI units. SI units, you know how to write SI units, because this is the standard units they follow. So if it is a degree centigrade, you need to change it to Fahrenheit. For example, if it is weight, they mention in kilograms, you have to mention in the pounds. So they will give you everything, the information of how you want to convert in the real time. So for that is the only reason we have to map these two variables, VSSTRIESC and VSSTRISM. Okay, and this is also a very important question in the interview. Why do you changing into the standard result when you have original results? So they will ask you in the laboratory data or EG data, any kind of, when you get collections, some parameters from the like blood samples for vital signs. So they will ask you the question, why do you create this one? So then on that time you have to mention like this. So in case if you have a multiple sites for the clinical projects, so some areas they will call in some other parameters. in one area where they will call other parameters. So in order to bring everything into like standardized structures, so we can map with the standardized result. So based on the required, like, the required format they given by the client or whatever it is. So you can mention like that. Okay, so I'm going to before I'm gonna go with the units, I'm gonna do with the results. So once we finish the result, we're gonna go to the, and the same goes with the here also, standardized units and original units. The same goes with here also. Okay. Okay, let's go with but in our parameters we only have temperature, because the pulse obviously they will conduct every place will be the same unit, right? So mmHg, I guess. Yeah, mm of mercury. And this is the temperature only in the Fahrenheit. So we need to convert into the degree centigrade. Okay. So, and the remaining, what is the remaining one? The diastolic pressure will be the mmHg. Everywhere they will be the same thing. And what is the other one? Pulse, systolic, blood pressure. They all are in mmHg. Okay. Systolic and mmHg, only this one. And the pulse per minute, pulse unit is per minute, and it's gonna be the same thing everywhere. They check in per minute only, right? They cannot check per second or per hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to think like logic way also. So, yeah. But here the only thing is the temperature. So we need to do with the temperature only. So how do you do? If so, VS test CD equal to temp. Okay. And do. So now you're going to convert into the some degree centigrade. Okay, how do you convert the degree centigrade? When you go to the Google it from Fahrenheit to conversion formula. Okay. So we have here this formula. 32 is the Fahrenheit. Okay. Which is our result, minus 32 into 5/9. And if you want to give in the period, like how do you want like one period, like 32.1 or 32.3, one period, right? 0.1. So this is the formula we're going to take. So then do so VS SDTM. So this one. Okay. So when you do any kind of numeric like precision and the digit wise, you have to use function called round function. Okay. You're rounding up something, right? So I just the one thing copy. Okay. So here is the foreign. So we put call one, right? This one, call one, which is in the foreign, minus 32 degrees. So you don't keep like this, you keep it as star mark. Okay. Then 0.1. Is one digit we are giving in programmatical way. Okay, then you put end. Missing values have generated as a result of performing operations and missing values each place. Okay, there are some missing values. I don't know why having missing values. Okay, check in 178. 270 VS4. Okay, so we need to only check for the this one, right? Well, temperature only. That's why remaining are missings here. Checking only pulse. So this is converted into the degree centigrade.
Yeah. But there are some temperatures not converted, Ali. See the
Which
table?
one?
Now go to the table.
Yeah.
See some temperatures, they are not converted. Oh, because they don't have it. Okay.
Yeah, here is a missing value there.
Okay.
You clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is in numeric format, and we need to convert into character. So how do you convert the character?
Character put, no, input.
So this is
Input.
this one I'm talking about. Or this one, the character.
Put on. Put on.
Forget. I just simply press that. So like that, you can do with conversion for character to, numeric to character.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have done these 3, and we're gonna go with the units now. Original units, standard units. Okay. And so we go do the same thing how we did with parameters. So okay. Instead of pulse, you put units. W. CSU. Diu, right? Pulse U, MU, CSU, diu. So I can keep as a 3. So 3 is the parameters and 3 is the units. Okay. Then you're on. Okay, so you have a name, pulse U, temp U. The column 1 is your units there. Okay. So same thing like how we did with the VS test city. We're gonna do the same thing. Because we need to map this one, right? So we're gonna take everything. Okay. So set 3 and this is 4 and here is pulse U, temp U, CSU. And now I'm gonna keep it as it is because we need to merge, right? We need to merge with these parameters. And that time we need some common variables.
Yeah.
Okay. And the original units. So VRR SU is gonna be the same thing, right? Column 1. So this one, it is in a character format. Okay. So VS33. Okay, it is already in the character format, so we don't need to change anything. We don't need to do again function. Okay, strip off this one. So next one is the units, the original units, original standard units. Okay, so here original standard units. I don't have control units. Where is data set? Because for the results you you won't be have any kind of control terminology, but for the unit, how you want to submit, it should be there is a control terminology. Oh, yes, vital signs. Vital signs in the findings. Okay. So standard units. So there is a this one VSRESU. So if we take out the clear, yes, RESU. Okay. Okay. So if we have MMHG, okay, because that's the one. So we have to report as MMHG if you have it like that. And if you have beats per minute, you have to represent as beats per minute. Okay, so like that you have to change it. Okay, if this one also, if you have per minute here, and you have to convert it to beats per minute, because our thing is the vital signs is mentioned in the per minute, so we don't represent per minute, we have to represent beats per minute. Okay, as per the control terminology. So how do we do that one? So if, okay, this one,
V42 per minute.
Yeah, I can take per minute.
Okay.
Then original units. Okay.
But oh, we cannot. Oh, that is a rename. Okay. Yeah.
Did I miss something?
No. Beats per minute.
Okay, this is in caps. So you're directly allotting the name. Okay. So name of HG. MMHG. Okay. Like that you do. So here the next thing is, oh, we forgot for the temperature. So how do you do the temperature? You just put as centigrade. Okay, first we convert to the standard units. If we have any control terminology, the same thing, VSRES, the same control terminology. So original units. So original units we need to convert it into standard units. So because it is not like multiple area studies, it's just one side. So we're going to directly allot this one to standard units. RESU. Okay. Because it's following the same control terminology, right? So I'm going to keep it as it is. Then if I if for temperature, we need to change it to centigrade, because it is in a Fahrenheit, right? Yeah. So this part. Let's see. As you see here in the temperature, they give in F.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to put only C as a temperature unit. Okay. And so you understand, right? So if you have original units in per minute as per control terminology, we change it to this one, because control terminology. So it's asking, if you have a per minute, you have to change it to bits per minute. Okay, if it is in a centigrade, you have to do in a C. If it is in milligram mmHg, and this one is converted as a capital Hg. Okay, because for the standardization part, this is original unit. For the standardization part, we don't have any kind of any how do you say any multiple sites. We don't have multiple sites, so we directly allotted as units as for the standard units. And if it is a temperature for the VS-STD, then we for standardize we give it as a C, because we convert here, right, in the parameters level we converted for the temperature to centigrade, because we do some calculation for there on the top right for mathematical calculation. Okay, so up to here we're done, so we can put on. We can drop one because we don't need that one. Yeah, also drop. Here also we don't need drop. Yeah, initially it was complicated, but when you do practice, you will be understand easily. Okay. Okay. So that's okay. Okay, now you see. So original units in the beats per minute, but the standard is unit. If it is F, then it convert as a C.
Yeah.
So like that, you can do with your units in the vital signs. And the remaining we can continue tomorrow because this is a quite big one. Okay. If I continue, what else we have? So we have original units. So original results finished, original units finished, and we have results, temperature results. Okay. So this is results, diastolic results. This one we have to map it. Same like how we did with the the parameters and this one. Okay, do you have any doubts so far? We can talk.
So basically, earlier, like, when to use transpose, and when we have to transpose, all this, like, we'll understand by seeing the raw data set, right? Or like how
Yes.
Okay.
Even in the specification they mentioned there also in the programming. So. But this is a dummy data set, dummy project. So and that's why I don't have much information here. And I know this because I have practiced so much. So that's why I'm kind of.
But in the programmer derivations, there they will tell us, right?
Yeah, in the programming derivation they will give clear cut. They won't be given like this, right? They won't be given. There will be some explanation where exactly you have to take it. So each column, each row, each row, they put almost like maybe 50 characters explanation, 50 to 100 characters explanation, like. So here they mention like study ID directly like that, but they mention you take the study ID from there. And SDTM is not that much complicated to do, because you do when you, especially when you get more complicated if you're doing like vital signs and laboratory, because you have thousands of records here. Okay. And here also the same thing how we're doing right now, the original razors, units, and we have a upper upper value, lower value. So, and the standardized character and standardized numeric, how we do it in the vital signs, this is going to be the same thing. So if you know one, like, if you do like EX data set, it will be easier for you. And if you do VS, and all the data set will be the same thing like that. So if you are practicing these 5 data set very good, then you can do any kind of data set easier.
Okay.
You will be have the same thing when you check this implementation guideline. You will have the same parameters,
Yeah.
same variables. But the only thing is, instead of LB, they will be have physical. If you have physical exam, they will have PH. If you have something else, EX,
Yeah.
AE, VS, EG.
Hmm.
So when you go to the parameters, they will have like clinical CE, STDTC, CE, ENDTC, disposition, like DSDTC, ENDTC, like that protocol PED, no,
Yeah.
sorry, the DV, HO, MH, medical history, concomitant medications,
Hmm.
okay, ECG. So for example, if you have results, the findings, if you have all the findings like vitals, laboratory,
Hmm.
microbiology, you will have the same thing in the original results. Standard results you need to convert, then time point wise, visit wise. So you do the same thing for all this. So if you do one event, adverse event, and the remaining will be the same thing. Like you calculate, right? The study day calculations will be the same thing for medical history and
Yeah.
healthcare and protocol deviations. And if you do one demographic, the remaining comment, subject element, subject visit will be the same. And interventions, if you do like exposure and you do the common concomitant medication easily, and the procedure substance. That's why I'm picking only for each
Hmm.
domain. I pick, like for example, from here is EX and AE, and here is vital signs and laboratory from the findings.
Yeah.
Okay, and the findings about you will be have skin response. So it's almost the same structure for this one also. And in the trial design domains, I will show you once the trial design domains as some
Hmm.
kind of explanation, because there is no programming part here. Okay, basically there is no programming part, and you create based on your Excel sheet, and you just change it to the data set.
Okay.
And this is very simple to do it, but you should need more knowledge on this one also.
Yeah.
Because you need to divide arms wise, element wise, visit wise. They give you clinical protocol as to a programmer, and they ask you to create trial arms, trial element, trial visit, and you go to the protocol and check step by steps, and how many arms, how many elements, how many visit wise, and what is the disease assessment. You have to divide the clinical protocol for all clinical projects. So if you someone can check these data sets, they will understand the whole clinical point of what is the project is about for
Okay.
these data sets. And the subdm, the same thing with the related data sets. So you have like five variables, 5 or 6 variables, and here is 10 variables. So how I create the subdm is going to be the same thing for sub AE, sub EX. So the same thing: qval, qnam, q label, q origin, id var, id var. So those variables will be easily created. So that's is SDTM. If you do like one data set, and it's gonna be the same structure, and you practice.
Yeah.
Okay. In SDTM level, they will ask you the question like this only.
Okay.
So I every time explain, right? Why do you convert into the standardized units?
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And what are the vital signs? And why do we do take the vital signs? And they ask you this kind of questions only. And what are the information you get from the exposure data set? And what are the adverse event? And what are some meta variables? Okay. So what is the version of the Meta dictionary?
Hmm.
And what is the difference between clinical event and adverse events? So you go to the stadium level and check one by one each. And what is the topic variable in the clinical events? So for example, adverse event, if it is AE term is a topic variable, and the clinical events also CE term is a topic variable.
Hmm.
And the disposition DS term, and the DV term, HO term, MH term is all topic variables. Okay. Here is what is the exposure? EX dose is EX dose. EX. What is the topic variable for? It is related TT. Okay, EXTRT. Okay. If you go to the next domain, This is events, interventions, concomitant. If you go to the concomitant, EX lines. So if you go to the concomitant medication, you will have CMTRT. Right, you see CMTRT is a topic variable. It's just the first two digits they will be removed and the TRT they will keep. So they always ask the same thing: one record per record, intervention occurrence, constant dosing intervals per subject, tabulations. So all the demographic comments, there is no sequence.
Okay, Ali. Hello. 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 Hello, Ali.